Okay, welcome. Thank you for joining us for our first weekly virtual workshop. I'm Phil the Connector, providing you referrals and resources to propel your business to the next level. Today we're meeting with Joe McKiddish of Winning Reviews. We all are here today to make our businesses better, and Joe is going to show or help us learn how to boost our Google My Business listings by getting more reviews. He is going to give us some great tips and ideas that we can use right away to do a better job in the area that we all treasure, which is getting more people to talk positive in a positive light about us. Joe, go ahead, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Phil. So I guess I'll tell a little bit about who I am so that everybody can understand where I'm coming from and where I'm going to be talking about, the Google My listing or Google My Business listings. So, I've owned technology businesses and marketing and sales companies for the last 14 years. And what I've noticed is a trend over the last, 5 years of Google My Business being really the front of your business. So if you think about like a storefront, if people are driving by on the road, your Google My Business listing is kind of your signage, right? So it's the first thing people see when they see you on the internet. So when they're searching for you, by name or by your industry, what they're going to see first is your Google My Business listing and the reviews that go with it. So it's going to determine whether people stop or not. So, for us, we wrote a software that helps people get more 5-star reviews on Google primarily, but other review sites. But through that process, I've kind of made it my mission to be an expert in that storefront, that signage of the Google My Business listing. And I've noticed that most business owners don't pay as much attention to that. They're focused more on SEO. They're focused on, their social media, and they kind of ignore that Google My Business page. And what we all know about Google is they're going to promote their own products first, right? So they're going to promote YouTube. They're going to promote Google My Business. They're going to promote that as kind of the thing that everybody sees. So you want to make that look pretty and make Google, happy with you so that they're going to show more and more people your Google My Business listing. And the way to do that, if you're a business owner or somebody who manages Google My Business for businesses, when you log into your Google My Business page, it has this little circle that shows you your completion percentage of your profile. So your goal should be to get that to 100%. There's tip number one: get your Google My Business to 100%. And the second thing is post pictures and video, kind of like you would, your Facebook page or your Instagram page. Post those same pictures and video to your Google My Business page. There's a section where you can post pictures and video. I recommend doing it like once or twice a week so your content's staying fresh. So you're staying top of Google, and they really like that when you're posting to it. And change the names of your pictures and videos. So like a picture, for example, you take a picture with your phone, and you go to post it. The name of that file is IMG, underscore, a bunch of letters or a bunch of numbers. And Google doesn't like that. What they want you to do is change the name of it. So if you're a plumber, you can go, backed up sink, Boise, Idaho, as the name of the picture. And Google's going to start showing those pictures, not only highlighting your Google My Business page because your content is good, but they're also going to show up in image search. Same thing with videos. Change the name of those. And your SEO guy can help you out with what terms you need. So change those pictures and videos. And I know I've kind of talked fast. Phil, how we looking on time?
Doing good. But so just to remind everybody, we're recording this, so you can always go back and listen to it later. It'll be on our Facebook page later, Phil the Connector.
Great. Thanks, Phil. So after you've done that, then the next most important thing is getting your reviews higher. So when people are looking at your Google My Business page, you want them to see 4- and 5-star reviews on a regular basis from your customers. So you want those 5-star reviews coming in on a regular basis, every day, every week, very consistent. And then you want to kind of highlight those reviews on other platforms. So one thing we've done with our software is when you get a 5-star review on Google, we cross-post that as a post on Facebook and Twitter. And so Google really likes that when you do that. When you take their reviews off of their platform and cross-post them as a post on other platforms, they become more happy with you for sharing content that links back to the Google listing. So you've created almost like cross links or back, kind of like your SEO guys always talking about having links back to your website from other places. Having links back to your Google My Business page is equally beneficial, which will boost your Google Map listing. So hopefully that's helpful. And the people listening to this, it's a free thing you can do yourself. It takes only a couple minutes. When you're ready for reviews, I can help with that area as well.
So can you talk just a little bit, Joe, about winning reviews and the software itself?
Sure. So the software is really designed by us to help people get more reviews, obviously, but also get more referrals from the people leaving reviews. So, we all know we need more reviews. One of the things that's difficult as a business owner is to go to our customers and go, hey, would you leave us a review on Google? And people want to help, but it's hard for us to ask, number one. Number two, it's difficult for them to get the job done because they have to go look you up on Google, they have to go find it, then they have to open up the review section, then they have to, get logged in. It's just time consuming. Everybody's busy, right? We're all running around. We got kids, we got, jobs, we got dogs, traffic, on and on and on. And the stress is high. We forget to leave reviews for the businesses that we want to leave reviews for. So what our software does is gently ask them through a text message for a review, and then we've made it easy enough that they can leave you a review in 30 seconds or less on any review platform you want. So if you're a lawyer, we've got reviews, and we're tied into the legal community for reviews. If you're a wedding planner, if you're a car lot, you name it. If you're a plumber, you may want Home Advisor or whatever. If you're a realtor, we're tied into Zillow and Realtor.com. We want to make it so that your customers can leave reviews for you in 30 seconds. So take the pain out of leaving reviews. You're going to get more of them and get boosted up higher.
Wow, that's really impressive. Your system that you created there. What I'm most impressed with is the extensive research your company went into developing that product. I have a question though. I was sitting with you recently at a meeting with a CPA, and she had a concern that I think a lot of people would share and hearing about here is that the software about the confidentiality of her clients. So could you share that response again? Because I think a lot of people would be curious about that.
Right. So a couple of things is our software is completely controlled by us. So the database of when you put your customers into the system, it's very confidential. There's no outside access to the database somewhere else. And especially outside the country, there's other review software. I look on there and they're from Spain or they're from Canada. Well, they're not held by U.S. law. And if they do they do take your customer list and do something bad with it, you have no recourse, right? So with us, we're a local Idaho business. We can help you secure your customers' data, but also we've made it so that the last name is not a requirement. So we work a lot in the medical industry, so we needed to meet HIPAA requirements. And one of the things that the have told us is keep the last name as an optional piece. So some businesses like putting the last name in, but if they're concerned about that, whether they're a CPA or they're a medical office or any of those other industries that are kind of held in compliance, they've got maybe some compliance law, or they're just worried about that, they can just they can just go in and go, hey, we're just going to put in name, phone number, and first name to ask for the reviews. And the Google in particular has made it so that when people do leave reviews for you, they can option into only having their first name and then last initial shown, so that they can create their own confidentiality there when they're leaving the review.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so that's some awesome stuff. Does anybody else have any questions? This is the time to kind of pick Joe's brain a little bit. We got a few minutes left. If anybody has a question, please let me know. Okay, no problem. Well, I actually have another question. It actually happened today. I had a guy call me because, of course, I'm the connector, and he said, "Do you have a guy that can help me remove a review from Facebook?" And what I really like about your software, Joe, is that and of course, you helped him with that, but then using the winning review software, going down the road, you're not going to be able to leave a review if it's under 4 stars or something like that. You had mentioned that before. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, they could leave a 1 or 2 or 3 star review if they went directly to Google. But, our goal is to help our customers with good customer service, right? So if they have a customer who's upset with them, and I'll use the example of another customer that we have, they had an employee who was grouchy or whatever. And so they were sending out review requests from our software, and they got back 3 1-star reviews back in 1 day. And they were, so when our software, if you click 4 or 5 stars, it's going to take them to Google or whatever review site. If they click 1, 2, or 3 stars, it's going to pop up a very similar window, but it doesn't say Google, it's customer feedback form, right? So we want them to go, hey, hey, Phil, I'm upset because your employee was mean to me when I walked in the door. So, it allows you to correct the problem with your employee and also call that customer and make it right and go, hey, so sorry about that. That's not the way we do business. Let me make it right. If you're a plumber, maybe you track some dirt on somebody's carpet and didn't know it, and they're mad about that. And you would, of course, send a carpet cleaner out there to clean up the mess if you knew about it. So this is a way to allow that to happen. And so that particular one that you're talking about, Phil, the gentleman did call me, and it was a competitor that went on his Facebook page.
Oh, yikes.
Hammered him with a negative review. And so he's very upset about it, very emotional, because it's his business, it's his livelihood, and he supports his family with that business. And so for a competitor to go on there and say negative things about him was not cool, number one, but also, he didn't know how to respond to that. So I gave him some tools, tricks of what to say back to the person. Don't get combative, say things to make your competitor look like the jerk, not you look like the jerk, right? So, so I help a lot of our customers with that. How do I respond to this? Here are some easy ways to respond to it. And then, also with that 1-star review he got, because they're not a customer, he has the option of reporting that as a review given by somebody who's not even a customer, because the review sites want those. They know that you have competitors and you maybe have some friction with them. They don't want to get in the middle, so they'll bump those reviews off. And the other thing we do with our software is, and I gave him a free month of our software to try it out, but also I'm like, hey, let us help you. He says he's got hundreds of happy customers. Let's take those hundreds of happy customers and get them to write 5-star reviews. Use our software, let the software request those reviews, and push that 1-star review down. So far, nobody's ever going to scroll down there to see it. So, even if Facebook doesn't remove the review, we're going to bury that sucker under, 35-star reviews from his happy customers. So, that's one of the things. And I think I saw a question somebody asked a minute ago about surveys.
So I do have a question from Brandon. It says, can you build a survey within your software?
Yep. Yeah. So there's an area where you can build. So for people who are more techie and developer, right? The customer feedback form is typically, name, email, phone number, notes, but all that is customizable, and you can make it so that, either every single customer gets the customer feedback form that you can change to, how do we do, but also how can we do better? You can put all kinds of stuff in there and make it so everybody sees it. So it's more of a survey. That's not really the purpose of our software. There's lots of survey software out there. The main purpose is driven to grow reviews, but we have had that request from a couple of clients, and we've gone in and created custom survey type stuff, because we're about a third of the cost of other survey software. So if you want to use it as a survey machine, we can do that.
Awesome. Okay, well, great. If there's no other questions, anybody else have any questions? Just go ahead and throw it in the chat bar there. Okay, awesome. Well, I want to thank Joe for being our guest today, and everyone else for joining us. If you're interested in taking a test drive on the Winning Reviews software for a month, get a free month there. Just message me with your contact info, and I have access to Joe's calendar, and I'll put you on his calendar, and he'll get you taken care of. He'll know those come from me, and you'll get a 1 month of a free service. Don't miss next week, Coach Steve Daly, my personal business coach, who will be talking about the 3 most common mistakes business owners make that limit their potential for success. Again, I'm Phil Harrington, the Connector, providing you referrals and resources to propel your business to the next level. See you next week.